The midnight train. The old train station stood abandoned at the edge of town. Nobody visited it anymore. The tracks were rusted, the windows shattered, and weeds grew through the cracked concrete platforms. Yet everyone in town knew the story. Every year, on the night of October 31st, at exactly 12 a.m., a train appeared on those forgotten tracks. A train that no longer existed. And anyone foolish enough to board it was never seen again. Most people laughed at the legend. But 19-year-old Bilal wasn't most people. He loved ghost stories. He loved proving people wrong. So when his friends dared him to spend Halloween night at the abandoned station, he accepted immediately. The night arrived. Heavy clouds covered the moon. A cold wind blew through the empty streets. At 11:30 p.m., Bilal reached the station carrying a flashlight and camera. "Let's see this ghost train," he laughed. His friends stayed outside the station gates. No one wanted to go inside. "If you're not back by 1 o'clock, we're leaving," one of them shouted. Bilal waved and walked toward the platform. The silence was unsettling. No birds, no insects, nothing, only the sound of wind moving through broken windows. He checked the time, 11:45 p.m., 15 minutes to midnight. As he waited, he began recording. "Everyone says a train appears here at midnight," he said to the camera. "But obviously that's impossible." The flashlight flickered, then flickered again. Bilal frowned. The batteries were new. A strange feeling settled over him. For the first time, he felt nervous. Then he heard it, a whistle, far away, very far away. His smile vanished. The tracks ahead disappeared into darkness. Yet the whistle came again, louder this time. Then the ground beneath his feet began to vibrate. The rusted rails started shaking. Bilal stared. That was impossible. No train had used these tracks for decades. Yet something was coming, fast, very fast. A bright light appeared in the distance. The whistle screamed through the night. The vibration grew stronger. Then the train emerged from the darkness. Bilal's heart nearly stopped. The train looked ancient, black metal, broken windows, rust covering every surface, yet it moved smoothly along the tracks. The number painted on its side was faded. 666. The train slowed and stopped directly in front of him. The doors opened, with a loud metallic hiss. No passengers stepped out. No conductor appeared. The train simply waited, as though expecting him. Bilal should have run. Every instinct screamed at him to leave. Instead, curiosity won. Slowly, he climbed aboard. The doors slammed shut behind him. Immediately the train began moving. The interior was dimly lit by flickering yellow lights. Rows of old wooden seats stretched into darkness. At first, Bilal thought the train was empty. Then he noticed the passengers. Dozens of them, sitting silently, motionless. Every single one stared straight ahead. None blinked, none moved, none spoke. A cold sweat formed on Bilal's forehead. "Hello," he whispered. No response. He walked down the aisle. As he passed the passengers, he noticed something horrifying. Their clothes looked old, very old. Some wore clothing from the 1950s. Others looked even older. Victorian dresses, military uniforms, outdated suits. It was as though people from different centuries sat together on the same train. Then one passenger slowly turned his head. Bilal gasped. The man's eyes were completely black. No whites, no pupils, only darkness. The man smiled, a smile far too wide for a human face. Bilal backed away. More passengers began turning toward him. One by one, hundreds of black eyes stared at him. Then they all smiled. At the same time, the lights suddenly went out. Darkness swallowed the train. Bilal heard whispers, dozens, hundreds, thousands, voices speaking from every direction. Some cried, some laughed, some begged for help. The air became freezing cold. He pulled out his flashlight. The beam revealed something standing at the end of the carriage. A tall figure, nearly 8 feet tall, wearing a conductor's uniform. Its face was hidden beneath a black hat. The figure slowly raised its head. Bilal screamed. There was no face, only empty darkness beneath the hat. Two glowing red eyes appeared within the void. The conductor pointed toward the next carriage. A voice echoed from everywhere. Tickets. Bilal couldn't move. Tickets. The voice grew louder. Tickets. Suddenly every passenger stood up. At once, their necks twisted unnaturally. Bones cracked. They began walking toward him. Bilal ran. The next carriage was worse. The passengers there looked burned. Charred skin hung from their bodies. Smoke rose from their mouths. Another carriage contained people covered in blood. Another held skeletons dressed in human clothing. The train seemed endless. Every carriage revealed a new nightmare. And the conductor kept appearing behind him. Always walking, never running, yet somehow getting closer. Bilal finally reached the last carriage. There was nowhere else to go. Only one door remained. At the very end, he threw it open. The sight beyond made his blood freeze. There were no tracks, no earth, no sky, only an endless sea of darkness. Countless pale faces floated within it, screaming, crying, begging. Their voices merged into one horrifying sound. Bilal realized the truth. This train wasn't taking passengers somewhere. It was collecting souls. The conductor appeared behind him. The red eyes glowed brighter. The passengers crowded around. Bilal had only one choice. He jumped. For several seconds he fell through darkness. The screams surrounded him. Thousands of icy hands reached toward him, grabbing, pulling, dragging. Then suddenly, he hit the ground. Bilal opened his eyes. Morning sunlight filled the sky. He was lying beside the abandoned station. Police officers stood around him. His friends looked terrified. "You disappeared," one shouted. "We searched all night." Bilal sat up slowly. His body ached. "How long was I gone?" The officer looked confused. 3 days. Bilal froze. 3 days. It had felt like only minutes. Then the officer handed him something. A small metal object found in his pocket. Bilal stared at it. His heart stopped. It was an old train ticket. Yellow with age. Stamped with a date. October 31st, 1938. The same year a passenger train had derailed near the town. Every person aboard had died. Over 100 souls. And at the bottom of the ticket were 4 chilling words. Next journey. 1 year. Bilal looked toward the abandoned tracks. Far in the distance, he thought he heard a whistle. Waiting for him. Waiting until next Halloween. And this time, the train would not let him leave. Ghost Locomotive Crescent Moon.